Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm really excited to do. I saw this come through as a request in my comment section, and when I saw it I was like, this seems like a fun challenge. So it was asked that I choose out the #1 product that I tried in each category throughout the year 2021. So my #1 primer that I tried, my #1 foundation that I tried, #1 palette, #1 lip product, and so on and so forth. And I thought, all right, challenge accepted. So not all of these products are like a tippy top holy grail favorite of mine, but I was only choosing from the products in each category that I specifically tried in 2021. So it was a little bit of a challenge, but if you want to see my choices, let's go ahead and get started. All right, before we jump in, I will do my OOTD. It is the day after Christmas. It is the day after Christmas. The Packers played yesterday, so I got my Packers sweatpants on. Thank you so much. Great win. Way to go, Aaron Rodgers. Very proud of you. So that's what I'm wearing. And then I have on my Dear Reader sweater. I bought this from a website called, I think it's just called Phenomenal. And it was a collab with Bridgerton. They had a handful of different products that came out, but I love that this said Dear Reader. I loved the yellow and the purple. And again, like I said, I'm filming this the day after Christmas. The Bridgerton launch with Pat McGrath came out. I did purchase a couple products that I wanted to test out. Also, the Beautylicious Lucky Bag came out. I purchased the Beautylicious. I had a busy morning, okay? All right. So I think this video is going to go up on Monday. So I should have a vlog that went up yesterday, a week in my life vlog, but I also share Christmas, what I did over Christmas, Aries opening her gifts, my time here with my friends in Vegas. Because I was filming up until today and then I was trying to edit the vlog, this morning I was up pretty early to edit the vlog. I'm actually watching my laptop right now. The vlog is uploading to YouTube, but it's about a 55-minute vlog. It does cover, you know, quite a bit of content throughout the week, but as I was getting ready, I was like, oh, Pat McGrath, Bridgerton, let's go ahead and buy it. And then I got the email that was like, the Beautylicious Lucky Bags are available, and I was like, all right, here we go. So, I mean, it's been quite a morning here. But I will go ahead and link all of my makeup down below. A lot of the products that I'm wearing, I am featuring in this video. I didn't do any filming on the look, but it's a pretty simple one. Again, like I said, a lot of these products I am going to be mentioning. So let's hop in. Where should we start? Let's start, I'm gonna start with palettes. I'm gonna start with my favorite palette of 2021, the Natasha Denona Retro palette. So if you saw, I just posted a video recently ranking all of the palettes that I tried in 2021. So this was the #1 palette that I mentioned. So of course we were gonna be seeing it in this video. But if you wanna see a countdown from 30 to 1, my least favorite to my top favorite palettes, a little bit more in depth also, I will link that video up in the cards. But Natasha Denona impresses me so much. I'm such a huge fan of her palettes. I did just purchase the Mini Biba palette, which is right in front of me. I just purchased the Mini Biba and then also the Rose Cheek Duo. And I do have a video up testing out both of these products, doing a look, giving my thoughts. And there is also a giveaway in that video to win both of these products, plus another gift from Natasha Denona. So again, I will link that one up in the cards if you want to see it. But I know we're not going to be surprised that I'm mentioning the Retro as the #1 palette that I tried in 2021. I did also want to mention some singles though, because I've recently gotten more into single shadows, so I thought I would include a video for single shadows also. I was thinking about doing Auric, which I believe Auric came out in 2020. It was kind of hard because some of the products, oh, Aries has the zoomies. She's playing with her new Christmas toys. This is good. This is good. I believe Auric launched at the end of 2020, but yeah, I was trying to make sure that the products that I was trying that either came out in 2021 or going back to my videos to see did I try it in 2021. So that was a whole challenge in itself. So I was gonna mention Auric in like their holiday collection, but really I gotta give it to Colourpop and their Super Shocks, mostly because I was not a fan of the Colourpop Super Shocks for such a long time, and now I really am. I wear them so often. I have one on my eyes today. And I know you might be thinking, Samantha, the Super Shocks did not release in 2021, but specifically I'm mentioning products from a set that released in 2021. These came out in the Heart of Gold vault that Colourpop did in collaboration with the Disney princesses, and these three right here, I wear these all of the time. The one I have on my eyes today is How Far I'll Go. I just have this shadow on all over my lid. That's it. That's all I've done. Like, I love the Super Shocks for this reason. So often I just reach into one of them and boom, it's done. Another one, when I first got these, Colors of the Wind, this kind of antique gold, I've hit pan on this one. Once again, I would just use my finger, run it all over my lid. Mascara. good to go, like loving it. And then also Beauty and the Beast, this yellow is super beautiful. I've also hit pan in this one. I used it quite a bit when I was a yellow Power Ranger for Halloween, and I did a lot of yellow and gold on my face. But it's such a beautiful, it's a little bit more of a brighter yellow gold than I always mix up these shades, than Colors of the Wind. But all three of these, I reach for them so much. So the Vault is still available on the Colourpop website. I think the singles are sold out individually, but the Vault, while not every single shade, you know, became a favorite of mine, or I didn't quite keep all of them either because I don't need that big of a super shot collection, but I was super happy with these. So that's how I decided to do my singles. Let's pop over to some complexion products. So a favorite foundation. This one popped in my head right away, but I was like, no, go back, look at everything. A lot of skin tints came out this year. You were trying a lot of those. I like the Fenty Eavesdrop. I like the Milani. Their Glow Skin Tint is a good one, but I had to go with my initial reaction to what popped into my head, and it is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. I have the shade 41 Light Medium. It's what I have on today. I think that this is so beautiful. I did a video talking about my top 10 purchases from Sephora in 2021, and I mentioned this one right here. I'm just such a fan. It has really nice medium coverage, but it feels very lightweight. Like, it feels more like a skin tint, but offers a little bit more coverage than maybe what we would think of like a very light coverage skin tint. It stays on all day. I mean, I was wearing this in the desert heat. I was wearing this outside for hours at a time. I think that it holds up beautifully. I love how natural it looks. I mean, I'm such a fan of this. I recommend it over and over and over again, both online and in real life. I recommend this one. I recommend that one so much. I think it's fantastic. Concealers was a hard one for me because I don't feel like I had a standout concealer in 2021. And not all of these are like a tippy top favorite product, a holy grail product. It's just the number one that I tried throughout the year. So I initially wrote down the Anastasia Magic Touch Concealer, and then the Lancome Tinty Idole Ultra Wear, which ended up being my winner. So again, I think both have pros and cons to them. With the Anastasia, I like the coverage. I like it on the under eyes, but I also like it to spot conceal. But this is one that I feel like just creases so much so quickly. I like to use a loose setting powder, either the Charlotte Tilbury, the No. 7, even the Dior 2N powder I'll use on my under eyes. But I feel like when I use the Anastasia, I really need to do a loose setting powder. Did I say that correctly? I like to use a pressed setting powder, but I feel like with the Anastasia, I have to use a loose one because I feel like I need more oomph to really make it not crease throughout the day. Otherwise, I have to use like the Milk Under Eye Primer. That can help the Anastasia also. So I feel like that's the biggest con there. For the Lancome, once again, really like this on the under eyes, and I really like it to spot conceal. So, you know, those were the same marks as the Anastasia. With this one, I feel like it can be a little bit more drying, but I don't find it to crease as quickly or as much as the Anastasia. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? That's what I want to go with because I can still use my pressed powder, which is what I really prefer to do. Or also if I use an eye cream right before I go to do my concealer, that can help it. Or once again, using that Milk Under Eye Primer, and that kind of like hydrates it a little bit more and makes it go on a little bit smoother. And then I feel like the wear time is better on the Lancome. So that's why I ended up going with the Lancome. I have this shade in Buff Neutral, I'm assuming that is. So yeah, that's what tipped the Lancome Tinty Idole. And then for a primer, this one was a pretty easy one for me. There were some other primers that I really liked, but I was like, did I try them in 2021? A lot of them I did try in 2020, but this is one that I tried out just a couple months ago. I mentioned it in a Makeup Monthly recently and said I was really impressed with it. It is from Nars, and it is their Soft Matte Primer. I really like a lot from the Nars Soft Matte line, but this primer is very pore filling. It's very blurring, which I really do appreciate. You can just visibly notice the difference once you wear it. Foundations go on really smoothly on top. It's not necessarily like a gripping primer or anything like that, but I feel like my makeup, you know, stays smooth the entire day. But I really like the blurring effect that it gives. And once again, it kind of has that soft matte focus effect to the skin. So I've been a big fan of this one from Nars. Moving along to my favorite category. My favorite powder that I tried in 2021. It was the Dior Powder No Powder. I know, here we are. This is what we're doing. This is what we're talking about. But the Dior Powder No Powder, if you don't know, I love this powder. If you don't know, you're probably new to my channel. Hi, my name is Samantha. I love the Dior Powder No Powder. I don't really know what else to say. I have 3N all over my face today. I also purchased a 2N, and sometimes I'll use that on my under eyes. I think that this is a great powder. It is so blurring. It just makes my skin look 1,000 times better. It can save any foundation. If I'm having a bad skin day, it looks beautiful. I just absolutely love this powder. I really don't know what more I could say. Honestly, like, I don't know what more I could say. Love this powder, highly recommend it. I've purchased like, I don't know, 5 at this point. I've purchased a lot. I've purchased a lot of them, and I'm gonna keep on purchasing them. Can't stop, won't stop. Moving over to bronzer, I thought I would do a powder bronzer and also a cream/liquid bronzer, just a way for me to talk about more of my favorite products, that's all. But for a liquid bronzer, I actually really liked this one from Soul Body. This came out spring, summertime, I think it was. I have the shade Light. I was a little bit intimidated by this one when I first saw it. I was like, I don't know why. I feel like the packaging threw me off. I was like, that's a lot of bronzer. And I was like so afraid I was gonna, you know, like squirt too much out, and it was just gonna be like, ah, what's going on? There's bronzer everywhere. Bronzer for you, bronzer for Aries. And I was like, I'm just not sure how this is gonna work, but it is so easy to use. I also really enjoyed the bronzer Balm from Soul Body, which is a sister brand to Colourpop. I think the bronzer Balm I still like a little bit more. That I did try in 2020. This one released in 2021. But again, it's so easy. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and usually I pick it up with either a damp sponge or the brush that releases with these products, or that you can also buy with these products. It is so easy to blend out. I wore this a ton in the summer. Like, I really went for cream and liquid products a ton in the summer, and I feel like that's backwards from what everybody else does, but that's, I guess, just like how I live my life, especially makeup wise. But a lot of people shy away from cream liquid products in the warmer months and prefer them in the colder months, and I'm truly the opposite. I wore this all the time in the summer though. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was so easy to use. I was really impressed with that one. And then for a powder bronzer, this is one that I started trying just a couple months ago. It was in my, I think it was my last Sephora haul that I made in 2021. That is once again from Dior though. This is the Dior Forever Natural Bronze, and I have the shade 05 Warm Bronze. I am such a fan of this. It's the bronzer that I have on today. I think it's beautiful. Once again, it's so natural. It is so easy to blend out. It's just lovely. I did follow up with that Sephora haul recently. I did a ranking of all of my favorites, and this one is really, really high up there. I think it's beautiful. It's definitely more expensive because it is Dior, and they are an expensive brand, but I reach for this bronzer over and over, and I just love a good natural bronzer. Just brings me joy. For blush, I did the same thing. I chose out a cream blush and then also a powder blush. For the cream blush, I went with M Cosmetics. This is their So Soft blush in Venetian Rose. This is beautiful. I tried M Cosmetics for the first time in 2021, and the standout product to me for sure was this cream blush. I once again use this all the time. It's a gorgeous deeper mauve color, but once I put it on my cheeks, I usually just apply right to my cheeks and blend it out. I can blend it with a sponge, a brush, my fingers. It is so easy to blend. This is one that I've even reapplied over my powder, typically over my Dior Powder No Powder, but I've applied it over the powder, and sometimes cream or liquid products can be harder to blend on top of powder. You usually do it first, but there was one day where I needed to reapply blush, and I went to reach for a powder blush, and I was like, I'm just gonna test the one from M Cosmetics and see how it goes, because I couldn't include that in a review, and I was wickedly surprised and also wickedly happy at how smoothly it's still blended out over powder. So this blush, I go for it time and time again. I think that it's so beautiful. And then for a powder blush, I actually wanted to mention one that I did in collaboration with Ofra Cosmetics. It's the blush that I have on today, and I reach for this one so often. It is my blush, which is called 6, and this can be found in the Life's a Draft palette. It is also in my blush duo that I released with Ofra, the Chiclet Blush Duo. There's a matte side and also a shimmer side. This is the shimmer blush that you get in the Life's a Draft palette that has the eyeshadows, the blush, the bronzer, and the highlight. I reach into 6 all the time because I love how shimmery and how much it brightens up. I'm actually not wearing a highlight today, and I actually just realized that as I was sitting here. I was like, I definitely forgot to apply my highlight, but it doesn't even matter because this is the glow that you get from the 6 blush, and I wear it so much. It was named after my 6 series that I write, so I'm so excited. My 4th book in the 6 series, if that makes any sense, is about to go into editing. I've been working so hard on Breely's story, and I'm so excited to come out with it. So I'm also a self-published author of 8 novels, and the latest ones that I'm working on is a 6-part series. 3 books are already out: Christy, Scarlett, and then Lauren, and Breely will be coming in early 2020 as long as editing goes, you know, on the timeline and all. But that is how I named the 6th blush in here, and I just love it so much. And then also for highlighter, what I had written down was Dream Chaser, which is the blush that, or is the highlighter that you can also find in the palette, or Dream Chaser is available as a single. After this palette released, one of the biggest pieces of feedback we got was asking to make Dream Chaser as a single, so you can also purchase it as a single. But it's a beautiful highlight. I reach into it all the time, not only for my cheeks, but I also love it as an inner corner and brow bone highlight, which is actually what I have on today, is the Dream Chaser highlight. And I named it that way because I say that I call myself a full-time dream chaser. When people ask me what I do for a career, I list off all of these things, from blogger and YouTuber, influencer, author. I now own a brand. I've just done so many things since I started my career in social media in 2009, and I just always call myself a full-time dream chaser because that's all I'm out here trying to do. So that is how we named that highlight. I really didn't try that many highlights in 2021, and not a lot were favorites. You know, I've had a liquid or a cream in addition to the powder for the bronzer and also the blush, but for the highlights I was like, I don't know, not only did I not try a lot, but not a lot of highlights really stuck out to me. So I decided to go with Dream Chaser because it's obviously a favorite of mine. And I'm about to hit pan in this palette. I can see the pan, like I can see the indent peeking through, so that's about to happen. I did also want to mention a face palette in here. I was thinking palette, trio, duo, you know, the Natasha Denona duos are nice. I really thought the Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm, that was one of the first ones that popped into my head. I thought of the Patrick Todd duos. I really liked those. But what the number one that I tried in 2021 is this stack from Kaja Beauty. Once again, I mentioned this in my top 10 purchases from Sephora. This was their Butter Up stack here. So you have a matte blush, a highlighter, and then a cream bronzer, which I also did hit pan in. I use this so often. I love all 3 shades. Once again, like I said, I thought about the Natasha Denona, which I have the contour on today, but I really just go into the contour and the bronzer. The blush is a little bit too light for me. The highlight is, it's fine, but it's not a favorite. So if I just had those 2 shades, I would love it. But with this, I reach for all 3 of these. The highlight, once again, isn't an absolute favorite of mine, but I think that it's nice enough, and when I go into this stack, I go into all 3 products. The bronzer was clearly a favorite of mine. I use this one so much, and I just love the little stack that it's in. I think that it's so cute. So I wanted to mention that as my face palette slash trio. Speaking of, let's go back to something obvious. If you follow my channel, you probably know what I'm about to say for mascaras. I definitely had like a top 3 mascara list happening in 2021. Wait, did the Sky High come out in 2021? Or was that 2020? I can't remember for sure, but the Maybelline Sky High is a favorite, the Lawless Beauty is a favorite, but in 2021, the Rare Beauty really stole the show for me. It's what I have on my lashes today. I've repurchased this maybe like 4 times now. I have another backup already that I purchased in the last Sephora haul. This is just my favorite mascara. It so effortlessly makes my lashes longer, darker, fuller. It just gives them a very feathered, kind of doll-like, almost false lash effect, and I do not have great lashes. They're not long. They're nothing to write home about, okay? But when I use this mascara, I just feel like they are so beautiful. It is absolutely transfer proof. It has never gone anywhere with me on Vegas. I've been like in the sauna with it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've worked out with mascara on. This stays on. I'm just so impressed with this mascara. I can't recommend it enough. That obviously was my number 1 product from that category. I didn't try too many setting sprays. I lost my slipper, but I didn't try too many setting sprays in the year 2021. But one that I tried and that I love and that I've recommended is from Benefit, and this is the Porefessional Super Setter. I think this one kind of surprised me a little bit because Benefit, besides their brow products, they don't really come out with releases that I'm like, yeah, that's it, that's a home run. But their Super Setter, it's a long-lasting makeup setting spray. I reach for this so often. Between this and the Urban Decay All Nighter, those are the 2 that I I go for, especially when I get ready early and I know I'm having like a late dinner or something here, if we're going out. I mean, when you go out in Vegas, you usually don't even go out till like 10. So I mean, you got a long time to go, and this one just holds on to makeup so well. I like that it has the fine mist on it. It doesn't ruin the makeup. It doesn't give you droplets on your face. But I've recommended this one quite a bit also, so that was a good one. And then I also didn't try a lot of brow products, and there wasn't really any that stood out to me a ton, but I decided to choose the Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Blade Brow Pencil, and I have the shade Light Brunette, so I have this in my brows today. You have a spoolie on one end, and then you kind of just click it up here, and you can push it down, which I appreciate, because I really don't like brow pencils that you can't push back down. And it's just kind of reminds me of like the Goof Proof from Benefit, more of your thicker triangle shape. I like it. I think that it's a good brow pencil. Like, I'll use it all the way up, but I don't think I would repurchase it. It's not up there with like the Benefit, the CoverGirl, Arches and Halos, that sort of thing. But it's a fine one. Again, not all of these are my tippy top favorites, but for the brow products that I tried in 2021, I'd give it to Makeup by Mario. All right, let's end it with the lip category. This was kind of a tough one for me, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you, this was a little bit tough for me. So for a lip liner, I feel like I have my staple lip liners that I always go back to. Charlotte Tilbury is definitely my #1. Pat McGrath is a great one. MAC, I really do like their lip liners. So I kind of go back to those really frequently. I finally narrowed it down to Persona and Lawless. I ended up going with Persona mostly for shade-wise. So I really like the almond shade from Persona, which is actually what I have lined on my lips today. Lawless Beauty, they actually don't really have like a nude, a brown nude, a rosy nude, a pink nude, and that's kind of what I go for with any of my lip products across the board, but especially lip liners. And I'm almost kind of surprised. I think they only released 4. I mean, Lawless Beauty is a new brand. They don't have a full range of all products and then all shades of products yet, but I hope they come out with some more nude lip liners. And I was just a little bit surprised because a lot of their shades are a little bit deeper, and they have a lot of nude and really lighter tone lipsticks. So I was just kind of surprised to see that. So that's why I decided to give it to Persona Cosmetics, because the almond shade is just beautiful. It's a very creamy, very smooth lip liner. It's not necessarily the longest lasting, like I would say the Charlotte Tilbury, Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, maybe even MAC Cosmetics, but it's a good one. So out of all of them that I tried in 2021, I would go ahead and give the lip liner category to Persona. And then for a lipstick, once again, I love Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and I was like, well, you know, Charlotte Tilbury did release new shades of lipsticks that I really enjoyed. She came out with 4 new nudes. I liked all of those nudes. I continued to wear them so frequently. I grabbed out Cover Star for the longest time, and I was like, this is what I'm gonna mention. But you know what snuck in? This one right here from Milani. I started trying this a couple months ago. This is one of their like nude fetish lipsticks. I have the shade 420 Tease, and it's just beautiful. It is just such like a classic brown nude. It's more of a matte finish, which I absolutely love. It kind of honestly reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. So if you've been wanting to try those, but they're just too expensive for you, check out these from Milani. I think that they're beautiful. They're super long wearing, and I don't know what else to say. I think that these are fabulous. So I would highly, highly recommend those from Milani. That happens to be a favorite shade. And then I decided to choose a lip gloss and a lip oil because they're different. And it's my video. So if anyone else wants to do this video, I would love to see it. If it hasn't been done, I just saw it in my comment section, was like, that seems fun. It's kind of like a best of beauty, but like with a little bit of a challenge thrown in there. So I thought it was a neat idea. But for the lip oil, it's the one that I'm wearing today. It's from Sigma Beauty. This is their Renew lip oil, and the shade that I love is in Teint. I wear this so much. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's definitely, like, you can tell some separation happening in there. I wear this so often. It's kind of like skincare with a lip oil. It's very moisturizing. It's very hydrating. It's so smooth. It pairs great over so many lip liners because it just gives you, once again, just that little tint, just a little brown nude tint to the lips. I love it. It's very long wearing, especially for a lip oil. I think it's fantastic. So I had to mention that one from Sigma. I am an affiliate with them. My code is Samantha if you're interested in trying the lip oils or anything else. And then for a lip gloss, had to mention the Huda Beauty Silk Balms. I was really impressed with these. I purchased the original first, then I've gone on to purchase the Rose Quartz, and then also the one that I have here in my hands is the Honey Lip Balm. Once again, a little bit kind of like skincare-esque with these balms. Very hydrating and moisturizing once again, very smooth, not sticky at all. I can't handle sticky glosses. And especially the original just has this real light pink tint that's just beautiful. This one gives you just a little bit of a golden glow. I thought about wearing this one today too, but the lip oil ended up winning out. But these are beautiful, they're comfortable. I've gone through almost the entire one of my original Silk Balm. It's actually in my Project Pan video because I think I can use it all the way up. That is how much I enjoy these. So the lip liners, I think I also mentioned these in my top 10 purchases from Sephora. I think that it's fabulous. So after that, I think that's everything. I think those are all my #1 products in each category that I tried in 2021. If you have any other suggestions for me that you would like to see, please do let me know. We are almost done with Vlogmas. I decided to do videos every single day for December, so I am not stopping after Christmas. Again, if you'd like to see how I spent my holiday, that vlog hopefully went up yesterday. It's still uploading as I'm sitting here. Make sure to check my Instagram. There's a new giveaway going up in my stories, which is a March beauty word today, because I am also doing daily giveaways here on YouTube and on Instagram through the end of the month. So make sure to check over there for that. Other than that though, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.